Well, hello, it's me, Eric Johnson again, and today is Restart Day 8. So we'll jump right into our affirmation, and I'm going to give you a little story behind this affirmation. One of my early mentors in real estate um, gave me the definition of the word luck, and luck is when opportunity or preparation meets opportunity. Okay, so what it is that you will practice and you will prepare and do everything you can so that when something lands in your lap, you're ready to run with it. So today's affirmation is going to be, I prepare for when opportunity presents itself. Again, I prepare for when opportunity presents itself. Say this 7 times today, and I want you to say it with conviction and belief, because you want to build this within yourself. You'll anchor it. It'll become part of your core beliefs, and therefore you will do it. Now, it does require action on all of these affirmations. You do have to actually put work into it too. But doing the affirmation and doing the work is really going to make it work for you. The definition or the vocabulary word for the day is assumable. We are seeing more and more assumable mortgages these days. FHA and VA loans can be assumable by future buyers. I personally, when I moved to Seattle, I had a home in Denver, and I was on an FHA mortgage, and the interest rate was good on my FHA loan, and interest rates had gone up a few points. So the buyer was interested in buying out or assuming my FHA mortgage so he could take advantage of a lower mortgage rate. He would also have 5 out of the 30 years that he theoretically would be paying on that 30-year FHA would already have been met. But what he had to do in exchange is he had to pay me enough that it made it worth my while to pass on that assumable mortgage to him and sell him my home. So that's the whole idea behind that. We're seeing more and more of it these days. Because the difference between an FHA 30-year loan that was written 2 years ago at 3.5% is going to be considerably different than a 30-year mortgage written today at 7-ish. That may have changed depending on when you're watching this, but as of right now today, it's approximately 7%. So that said, look for those assumable opportunities for your clients. They are going to have to qualify, but it's a fairly easy qualification process. FHA is easier to qualify than a lot of the conventional plans out there. So you may be able to get your client a really good interest rate. They'll just have to come in with higher down payment because the seller's going to want to walk away with something. Okay, today on our social media portion, I want you to post somewhere on your, it could be your Instagram, your Facebook, do a TikTok video, whatever it is you do for your social media. We want you to post something about something that you collect and why you collect it. Okay, so I'll let you make that whatever you want it to be. So now moving on to our networking and sphere building, reaching out, your client relationship management. Again, we want you to make 10 phone calls today. I want you to send 3 handwritten cards today. I want you to interact with people on social media. All of this shouldn't take you more than an hour or two, but I want you to remember that if you worked for a sales organization, or even if you might work on certain real estate teams, you are going to be doing many calls today, on a given day. You'll be held accountable for calls and doing the things you need to do to reach out to people who might want to buy your product. In this case, the buying your product is you want to help them with their real estate needs. So invest the time in yourself. Treat it as though you work for somebody who's looking over your shoulder and checking to see how much effort you put in. Okay. And today I want you to do 10 phone calls, 3 handwritten cards, check in on people's social media, post your own social media, do comments. But when you're doing your phone calls and your cards, or even your emails, you need a reason. Well, we've given you reasons for the past few days, and that is the Ford method. There's also the thinking about you, the anniversaries, birthdays, etc. So today in the Ford method, we're down to D. So we've done F for family, O for occupation, R for recreation. Today is D for dreams. And this one could have really strong real estate impact, because it could be their dream is to buy a second home in a exotic location, maybe on the coast of California or Hawaii or whatever it might be, where it's their vacation spot, where maybe they'll rent it out some of the time, whatever it is. You may not be licensed in that place. That does not mean you can't find somebody who is and refer it. There's a lot of power in referrals. You can make a lot of money with just a 10-minute phone call. So remember that. But anyway, dreams. What are their dreams? The dream could be to retire. The dream, it could be to start a family. There's a lot of things that qualify as dreams. Anyway, these are things that have come up in conversations with your clients in the past, and you want to reflect back on those. If you're calling them, it could be that let's use that retirement topic as their dream. That would also fall under occupation potentially. Anyway, their dream would be, hey, this is Eric, just checking in. A couple months ago when we last talked, you were talking about, that if everything went right with the stock market and some other stuff, you might be looking at the idea of retiring. How's that going? Okay, so that's just one example. So use that any way you can. Anyway, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.